Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and today we are checking out 2 more episodes of Star Trek Deep Space Nine with episode 3 of season 6, Sons and Daughters, and then episode 4, Behind the Lines. I am so excited to be getting into more of season 6. The first 2 episodes of season 6 were absolutely incredible. They were weighty, they were heavy, our characters feel worn out, they feel tired, maybe a little bit on edge. The station is being controlled by Dukat and Weyoun. I love Weyoun, by the way. Kira is starting her own rebellion now. I don't know if Cisco and company are still going to be stranded on the planet or if they're going to be somewhere else, and I don't know if this episode is going to be a standalone episode or a continuation of the first 2 episodes, because it kind of feels like it's going to be another continuation episode. If it is, that's great. If it isn't, that is also great. I'm just excited for season 6, and I am buckled up and here for the ride. Remember, if you want to check out more of my reactions to Star Trek Deep Space Nine, you can check my Patreon, where I am 3 weeks ahead of YouTube, which means right now you are watching episodes 3 and 4 on YouTube. But did you know that on Patreon you can check out episodes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 all on Patreon for your viewing pleasure. Thank you so much if you do check it out, and let's get back to the video. Okay, let's just dive into this 3rd episode here. I hope you enjoy my reaction to episode 3 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine season 6, Sons and Daughters. Oh, damn. Oh, guys, get a room.
Yes, Captain.
We arrive at Starbase 375 in 5...
Oh, Worf is still going.
Shazia, there is just one more thing.
As long as it's not about the wedding.
For him to accept you into our house.
But I don't want to join his house. It's honored or killed. I'll have to drop whatever I'm doing and rush off on some quest for vengeance.
Yeah, I don't want that either.
General Martok will not understand.
Worf, I'm joking.
Aw, dude, he got heated for a second.
True. But they'll be fun.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't join Worf's house. I don't want to run off on a random adventure, but... Dude, I'm so excited for them to get married, hopefully, eventually. Also, it seems like we are getting a continuation.
Rations. Give me some freeze-dried peaches or some powdered carrots, anything as long as it isn't moving.
His compliments for a job well done, and requests that you and your senior staff beam to his conference room for debriefing immediately.
Cool.
Thank you for rescuing us, General.
Try not to get too comfortable lounging around the starbase.
Is that ugly Vorta still here?
Then a barrel of blood wine says I set foot on Deep Space Nine before you do.
Oh, man. It's on.
Done.
It's on. Let's go.
Placements.
5.
5. I requested 15.
General,
Well, we don't have that many.
Back. The Dominion keeps pushing forward. I tell you, Worf.
It's a losing war.
I am General Martok. Welcome to the Rotaran.
Yes, welcome,
May you
everyone.
prove worthy of this ship.
Oh my god, they're so young. Look at them. They're child soldiers.
With your blood. Fight well, and our people will sing your praises for 1,000 years.
Some of them were children.
And there will be no more songs.
Who is that? Is that Alexander?
who offers their life for the Empire?
Maybe it reminded him of Alexander.
Garen, daughter of Sadek.
Oh my god, they're actually children.
Alexander Rozhenko.
Oh my god.
Alexander.
It is Alexander.
Of what house is Roshenko?
Of no house, sir.
Oh my days.
I accept your lives into my hands. Glory to you and to the Empire.
Ding Gom Ha!
Bro, Worf just totally forgot about his kid for like years, and now his kid is just here.
You know him?
Say it.
He is my son.
The son that you always forget about, you loser. Oh, I can't make fun of him too much. I haven't seen all of TNG. Maybe he doesn't neglect him for a lot of TNG, but like, the stuff that I've seen, it's like Alexander doesn't exist in Worf's life. I swear to God. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Let's go! I'm so excited. Sons and daughters, though. I feel like, okay, so it's going to be about the Klingon soldiers. They look so young, as well as Alexander. Maybe we're going to get a little father-son relationship bonding in this episode as well. Be very interesting to see, but I'm excited. It feels like a continuation that is also its own story. I like that.
The next thing we need is a secure way to communicate with our contacts on Bajor.
I like that Quark Spire is where they're planning everything.
Hi. Mind if I join you?
You already have.
Yeah, too late, Jake.
In on what?
Your resistance cell.
How does he know about all this stuff?
The shuttle will be docking in 3 minutes.
Better get going. Don't want to keep him waiting.
Keep who waiting?
Still having you meet him every time he returns to the station. Like I said, I hear things.
Why is Jake just a whisperer?
You look lovely just the way you are.
Even Quark feels less upbeat in this show now. Oh my god, Ducat, man, I hate you.
Respect. Damar, please. This is a happy occasion. Let's not spoil it.
Dude, he's playing mind games. I hate him.
For you.
Oh my god, ZL. No, ZL, why are you here? You should not be here.
I have dinner tonight, and I'll tell you all about it.
All right.
Splendid. We'll dine in my quarters at 2200 hours.
Oh no.
Come along, ZL.
I'll see you tonight.
Why are you trusting your father after what he did to you?
Get through.
How many ships will form the escort?
The Rotaran is all the High Council can spare.
Wow, they're really running low on ships.
Worf, one moment. We have shed blood together. Escaped from a Jem'Hadar prison together.
And you've never talked about your son.
Us. Yet in all this time, you've never once mentioned that you had a son.
See, he forgets about him all the time.
No, General. She was killed when he was very young. He spent a short time with me aboard the Enterprise, but after that I sent him to live with my foster parents on Earth.
Then you just abandoned him.
Becoming a warrior. It was difficult, but I learned to accept it, and in time, encouraged him to find his own path.
And why?
Interesting.
When a father and son do not speak, it means there's trouble between them.
Yeah, well, if you had to talk to him. That's the only picture of Alexander he has, I swear.
Do they know you are here?
They weren't pleased about my decision, but when they realized I was determined to enlist, they supported me as they always have.
That's so nice.
Serving the Empire was not one of your priorities when last we spoke.
As you say, that was some time ago.
I was about to say, that was so many years ago, Worf.
Any bearing on my duties aboard this ship?
Stop pretending to be a warrior. We both know you do not belong here.
Worf.
Perfectly.
You may go.
Worf is being so hard on Alexander because he doesn't see Alexander as a warrior, but Alexander could have changed.
Nerys, you're early. I've just started the remove time.
Zial, I'm not having dinner with you tonight.
Yeah, that's a weird dinner. Zial and Ducat?
It wasn't any one thing. The students at the university, everybody was polite.
But she's Cardassian.
I'm the daughter of Gul Dukat. My father is leading a war against the emissary of the prophets.
Yeah,
You're here. My father is here.
that makes perfect sense,
Last time
actually.
you defied him, he left you here to...
That's what I'm saying, Zial.
Family loyalty is important to my father, and he felt I betrayed him.
You betrayed him? I think it's the other way around.
Yeah, that's true.
I was hoping you would have dinner with us tonight because there's something special I wanted to share with both. But I guess that's impossible.
What is it? Did she learn how to make spaghetti?
All right, I'll be here, but I won't guarantee it's going to be any fun.
Dude, dinner with Ducat is going to be insane.
The honor is ours.
They're gonna beat him up. They're gonna bully him because he's the one of the captain's daughters. Sons? My bad, Alexander.
An excellent choice. Would you care for some grapok sauce?
Is it because he's raised by humans?
Or perhaps the son of our illustrious first officer
Oh, there
would
we go.
prefer an Earth beverage.
Yeah, because he's from Earth and the sun.
Whatever I please. And you will learn to like it.
Punch him, Alexander. Or prove yourself, one of the two.
No. Have some love.
Oh my god, yes, man.
I do not like your smile. Perhaps I will cut you.
No, this is not a knife fight. That's not honorable. Come on, Alexander. Oh. Oh.
He fights like a Ferengi.
Ferengis can fight. We've already seen that with Quark. Although Worf was controlling him, but still. Oh, nice. He's letting his son fight.
Enough.
Oh my god, nice Worf.
You have no right to interfere.
That's true, it does dishonor him.
Are you going to fight the Jem'Hadar for him as well?
He does raise a good point. He does raise a good point, though.
To allow it to fully form in my mind before I even pick up the brush.
Okay, nice.
Well, what do you think?
It looks okay.
Institute of Art said the same thing.
You spoke with the director?
I sent him some of my drawings.
Oh, did she get invited?
The Institute is having an exhibition of new artists next month. You might want to include my work.
Dude, awesome. That means she has to go back to Cardassia.
Are you ready for dessert?
Yes.
I'm not going anywhere.
Good.
Oh, awkward. They're on the couch together.
I'm reluctant to admit it, but you were right to send her to Bejor.
Oh no. Is this a bonding moment?
But I know you care about my daughter, and for that, I'm grateful.
That was honest. That's the first honest thing he's ever said.
Attention better than a tankard of Warnog. Except maybe a good brawl.
Ah, he heard about it.
I lost him the moment his son stepped aboard this ship.
No, he is kind of speaking the truth. Worf is a little different right now.
You told me Alexander never wanted to be a warrior. Clearly, he has changed his mind.
Yeah, but for what reason?
The Jem'Hadar will be less forgiving than Chatag.
Battle stations, alert status 1.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Jem'Hadar attack ship bearing 170, mark 045.
Good job, Alexander.
Where is it?
I have no target on my sensors. Switching to manual.
Where is it?
At us. Impact in 10 seconds.
Drop cloak, raise shields, evasive action.
What if Alexander messed up?
1!
There's nothing. Alexander, did you misread everything?
Reinitialize primary sensors.
Sensors reinitialized. The Jem'Hadar ship is gone.
It was never there in the first place.
Keep a close watch. There may be more hostile simulation programs out there.
This guy's a good bully. This guy's a good bully. He has a good bully laugh.
It's better that we should be too ready than not ready enough.
That's true.
They have accepted him as the ship's fool.
I mean, maybe, but that's better than being bullied to death, right? Hopefully.
Of cooperation and understanding between our two people.
I don't know if this guy wants to cooperate with Bajor, man.
As Dominion allies. Thank you.
I don't like it that the Bajorans are clapping here, too. They're supposed to be neutral.
The Cardassian Institute of Art has decided to exhibit 3 of Ziel's drawings.
Oh, that's so good.
Busy life of an interstellar despot.
That was a weird cut. That was a weird cut. I don't know why that was so jarring, but it was.
No. Do not try to shove my blade away.
Father-son bonding time.
Do not try to fight force with force. You will lose every time.
Oh my god, he's so disappointed.
By now.
Go on. Pop off. Oh, good try, Alexander.
Playing in hollow suites now. This is war. The Jem'Hadar will cut you to pieces.
Then I will be dead. And you will be happy.
Oh my days. Alexander, Worf cares about you. We can see in this episode, even though he did abandon you as a child, pretty much.
A gift for the party tonight.
And this guy's so disgusted every time he looks at Kira. Yeah, I do not like this Kira. She's acting nice around Dukat now.
Ah, Major Kira, what a pleasant surprise. Come in, come in. You don't like the dress?
I hate it.
There's a bond between us.
No. Only in your mind.
It's easy for him to manipulate this bond, though.
Please, Norris, let's sit down. We'll talk about it.
No. We won't.
Go on, Kira.
It's a little something for you to wear to the party tonight.
Oh my god, Dukat.
You can be so thoughtful.
I try.
Dude, this liar over here. Man, he's so bad. He's probably better than me, though.
Tell me, Alexander Roshenko, why are you on my ship?
Yeah.
To
Serve the Empire, General.
No, what's your real reason?
They are Klingon warriors. They have answered the call of Kalis.
Well, so have I.
No, you haven't.
I'd rather not say.
What?
It's a private matter.
He's so angry.
Tiresome. Kavatla. The only difference is I need him. I do not need you.
Oh, damn, Martok.
Your father has requested that you be transferred off this ship.
He has no right.
He has every right.
Yeah, he does. He's first officer.
If you challenged anyone else in that manner, you would be dead right now.
If you want me off this ship, you're going to have to kill me.
What the heck?
By getting rid of me? All you've ever done my whole life is send me away.
So true, Alexander.
See me or talk to me in 5 years.
That's what I've been saying.
I wasn't the kind of son you wanted, so you pretended that you had no son.
That's what I've been saying.
You never accepted me. You abandoned me.
Yeah, Worf, you are not a good father, let me tell you. Oh, damn!
Protons from his starboard nacelle.
Weapons, lock on that nacelle. Fire at will. Full pattern.
Oh my god. Alexander!
Mark 7.
There's plasma venting from the primary impulse injector on deck 5. Subspace transceiver.
Oh, this is not good.
The entire deck.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I will go with him.
Yes,
It will take
okay.
at least 2 of us to secure the injector before it explodes.
Honorable. Oh man. Oh man. Oh! Oh!
Weapons standing by.
Now.
We're gonna break it. Oh, that was so cool. Oh, that was so cool.
Report. We sealed the impulse.
Come on, boys.
I sent him in there to put the tools away, and somehow he tripped the emergency lockdown.
Sure he did.
You locked yourself in.
Yes, sir.
I doubt he got locked in.
Come.
Nerys. You didn't come to the party last night.
Because I hate your father.
Please don't ask me to choose between you.
I'm not. There's no choice. He's your father.
Goodbye, ZL.
I will stand with you.
We'll see if you mean it.
Yeah. Is he gonna just be on the ship now?
And I accept.
Good. I will teach you what you need to know to be a warrior.
Dude, let's go, Worth.
And you will teach me what I need to know to be a father.
Oh my god, are we actually gonna get this?
Martok deck to Tuesday.
Oh my god. He's joining the house.
Watchka Iwa, Watchka Kakorda.
Oh, the amount of times that they slit their hands. They must have a giant scar there.
Watchka Iwa. Watchka.
Ah. Does he have House Martok now?
Welcome to the House of Martok.
Yes!
Alexander.
How proud Worf is. I cannot believe we got Alexander. I've been making fun of Worf being a bad father to Alexander for so long in DS9. I can't believe Alexander is actually on the show and probably staying on the show. That's wild to me. And that was my reaction to episode 3 of season 6 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Sons and Daughters. And this episode was really about sons and daughters. More importantly, a son and a daughter, Ziel and Alexander. Let's just talk about Alexander really quickly. I never thought in a million years that Star Trek Deep Space Nine would have Alexander on the show. I have been making fun of Worf and his lack of fatherhood towards Alexander for quite some time, since season 4, since Worf came on. Whenever Worf would talk about people parenting someone, I'm like, you cannot talk, Worf. You abandoned your son, and you forget that your son exists sometimes, you know what I mean? And I know I haven't seen all of TNG. I'm sure Alexander pops up on TNG, and I know he was supposed to be living on the Enterprise, but do you ever see him in TNG? Really? Probably not. I'm assuming not. And I guess you can assume that they hang out and stuff, you know, outside of the episodes. But at the same time, you know that Worf just was neglecting him, because Worf in this episode sort of reveals why he kind of forgot about Alexander. I'm not sure if it was revealed before or if this was the first time we heard his actual reasoning for abandoning Alexander, but it was basically because he wasn't Klingon enough. He wasn't warrior enough, and Worf couldn't respect the life that Alexander was going. He obviously wanted Alexander to live a good life, and so gave Alexander to his grandparents, but he didn't want Alexander to be living with him because he wasn't warrior enough. And kind of crazy if you ask me, but but you know what, Alexander is back, and there was a lot of tension between them at the start. Obviously, Worf just being really hard on his son because he couldn't believe that his son was going to be a warrior. He couldn't believe that his son would have the guts, basically, to come into this war. He thought like his son was basically a wimp. Basically, Worf saw Alexander as a wimp, and so it was extra hard on him. But it was also interesting to see that there was some care in Worf towards Alexander. Like, he didn't really want Alexander to get hurt. He was attempting to train Alexander, although not doing a very good job at being the teacher to that extent. But I really liked the moment that they had at the end when Alexander trapped himself. I don't know if he actually trapped himself or if the bully trapped Alexander. I think the bully probably trapped Alexander. But either or, Alexander came out. Worf asked if he trapped himself. Alexander said yes. So if he was lying, then, you know, it's probably adds some respect for the bully. Like, the bully would be like, okay, he didn't rat me out. That's a good thing. And then all Worf did was put his hand on Alexander's shoulder and say, come. Like, he accepted the mistake that Alexander has done, but he also sees that what he tried to do, what Alexander did, was a brave action. And so it was kind of Worf's first moment of acceptance of Alexander. And then boom, he's now in the house of Martok, and boom, it looks like Alexander is going to be on the show now, which is super awesome. I wonder how many times we're going to see him. I'm not assuming he's going to be a super frequent character. I think he'll be a character sort of like how Rom or how Nog is. I mean, Nog right now is seen quite frequently because we're seeing those crew members quite often, and he's part of that kind of set that was on that Jem'Hadar ship and stuff, and he's just working with everyone at the moment. But I'm going to put him in the same category as like a Rom or Nog, where he's going to appear like 6 times in the season or something like that. But we're going to see some nice character development between Worf and Alexander, father and son, hopefully. Besides that, we also got a B-plot with Kira and Ziel and Dukat, and Dukat was almost manipulating Kira to some extent into becoming friends with him, to having this sort of relationship that they had before. If you remember in season, I think it was season 2 or 3, I think it was season 3, they had this relationship, this very friendly, amicable relationship, and I really enjoyed the way that they saw each other and hung out with each other, and the way that the relationship was evolving past what it used to be to some extent. And then obviously Dukat is a horrible person and that didn't happen, but it seemed like that was starting to happen again, and I was kind of worried. I was like, I don't want this to happen. Kira, you're supposed to be on top of things, you're supposed to be in the rebellion, and she realizes that in the end. But she also, in order to realize that, she has to push away Zial, because Zial is going to choose Dukat because she is the daughter, she is his daughter, right? So I found that to be a little sad, but also I think Dukat, his plan is ruined. I think it was his plan to bring Zial back to get Kira interested in hanging out with her so that he could hang out with Kira as well in order to build this relationship. And I'm glad that that relationship is done, that Kira has decided she has no interest in talking to Dukat at all, which I really enjoyed. So yeah, anyways, really like that episode. Cool that Alexander's back. Let's get into the next episode now. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to episode 4 of season 6 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Behind the Lines.
Captain's log, stardate 51145.3. The Defiant has been up.
Seeing the station with all the ships around is so cool.
It says that we will fight, and we will keep on fighting until we can't fight anymore.
Okay, Cisco.
Throw something like this away.
No, sir!
Yeah, let's go!
Admiral.
Let's take a walk.
This guy seems a little nervous.
Ever since this war began, the Dominion's been able to outmaneuver us at every turn. Wherever we send our ships, they seem to be there, waiting for us.
So you think there's someone in the ranks?
A massive sensor array hidden on the periphery of the Argolis cluster. Damn thing's capable of monitoring ship movements over 5 sectors.
Wow.
Managed to stay one step ahead of it.
They've had an enormous tactical advantage.
So let's destroy it.
The array's heavily defended. This is the intelligence report.
We're gonna get a battle, or is it a sneak attack? I thought maybe there'd be like a founder within the ranks who was just letting the Dominion know, but the sensor array is pretty cool as well.
After a hard day at work, he deserves his glass of Canar.
Damar is kind of scary to me. He's almost scarier than Ducat in some ways.
Pad contained a draft copy of a secret memorandum he was working on concerning the shortage of white.
Oh my days.
They should poison the last ration of white,
Really?
eliminating the Jem'Hadar before it's too late.
Really?
The Damar's pad anyway.
I'm good with my hands.
Good job, Rom.
Damar accuses them of stealing it.
They say they found it outside their quarters.
Quark's leaving.
And the Jem'Hadar could pretend to be allies, but they hate each other.
Yeah, they do.
Get out of my way!
Oh my god, Quark, man. Oh my days, oh my days. Dude, Rom is a secret agent we all needed. What the heck? He's causing havoc and tension amongst the Cardassians and Jem'Hadar. Interesting thought by, what's his name? Damar, I think? Sounds kind of evil, poisoning all of the Jem'Hadar, but at the same time, that would end the war pretty quickly. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Yeah, this is interesting. I wonder if we're going to get a lot of resistance in this episode. Behind enemy lines makes me think it's a Kira episode focusing on the resistance kind of starting up in DS9 at the moment.
In front of them, they attacked me.
I don't care what they did. You should never have let this situation get out of hand. Get out!
Ducat is right.
How could Damar be...
I like that Rom and Nog get their own title cards.
Jem'Hadar are not thieves.
And Damar is not a liar.
Keep your voice down.
Yeah, Weiyun must know there's something else at play. A third party.
Find a quarters pending disciplinary hearings. I'll do the same. And keep smiling.
The smile is such a weird thing when there's dead bodies on the ground.
Come.
LeVar Burton directs this episode. Okie dokie then.
By the time the Defiant goes around the Argolis cluster, the Dominion will already know we're coming.
Wow, so how do you get to the sensors?
What are you suggesting?
That I take the Defiant through the Argolis.
You can't get a ship through there.
Cisco can.
What makes you think you can get through?
Dax says she can navigate around the gravimetric distortion.
I believe Dax.
When can you leave?
As soon as we finish repairs on the Defiant.
Keep me posted, Captain.
This is cool. I am really excited for this mission.
Well? Don't you have something to say to me?
You stole the datapad.
I knew you were behind it.
Of course you did. We discussed it at our last resistance meeting. Rom and Jake stayed and we discussed it, and you know what? I decided it was a good idea.
I love that it's the four of them. Rom, Jake, Odo, Kira.
What Ducat would do if he found out you were behind it. It's all the excuse he would need to throw every Bajoran off this station.
Oh, man.
Federation is losing this war. Can't sit by and do nothing.
There are limits.
Kira's already made up her mind.
Are you questioning my loyalties, Major?
I need you, Odo. The Resistance needs you.
Yeah, it does actually, Odo.
Are you questioning my loyalties?
Yes!
That's not what this is about.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, it's the Lady Founder.
You called her Nerys.
What of it?
But you used to call her Major.
Not more personal now.
Here to keep an eye on the war effort?
I'm content to leave the details of the war to the Vorta.
So why are you here?
I was trapped in the Alpha Quadrant when Captain Sisko mined the entrance to the wormhole.
Who were you in the Alpha Quadrant?
Well, that's ironic, considering...
Why was she here, though?
Severe enough for your crime.
And now that I'm a changeling again, you come here as though nothing ever happened?
Yeah, so fair, I'd be angry.
You're waging a war against my home.
This is not your home. You belong with your own kind.
He never lived there, that's not his home.
Thank you, sir.
Your new assignment is effective immediately.
Immediately, sir?
What about the
mission?
mission?
What about the Argolis mission?
Yeah, exactly.
Commander Dax will captain the Defiant.
No, let Cisco captain it, man.
Look over these tactical reports. I want your thoughts on the Bolian operation. We'll meet here at 0600.
Let him go on the mission.
Legate Krim will be arriving in the morning.
What a dumb name. Crim.
As leaders of our respective worlds, you and I will be taking our people into a future that I'm quite confident.
What about the minefield?
Oh my god, she does not care.
There are thousands of Jemadar ships stranded on the other side of the wormhole, waiting to come through and join
I really
the war.
don't want the minefield to be gone.
It's an all-military decision.
See to it the minefield is brought down.
We've imposed our presence on you long enough.
Oh my god. It's so interesting watching Wei-Yun talk to the founders.
It hasn't been easy. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some work to do in my quarters.
May I walk with you?
No. I don't want Odo to get acquainted with this woman.
So when I returned to the station, I got rid of all the furniture I used to have in my quarters and replaced it with these objects.
No, it's like a playground.
Spending time existing as a stone or a branch.
I'm glad you learned.
I wish I could exist as a stone.
And I haven't regretted it.
Not even a little?
I do think about the link from time to time.
Oh no.
It's there for you.
I mean, it makes sense that why he thinks about it, but I'm worried that she's gonna latch onto that and use that against him.
Aren't you going to tell me I shouldn't waste my time with a solid?
You love her.
Why is she so okay with this right
A
now?
minor disagreement between us and I'm devastated. It's absurd. Sometimes I wish I could reach inside myself and tear out my feelings for her.
So fair, dude.
What you need is clarity. I can give you that.
I gonna link with her?
Do you want me to stop?
Oh my god. Why'd she have to say it so sexually? Oh my days. It's like a hookup, you know what I mean? It's like a hookup, that's crazy.
Did Ducat demote you to security detail?
What can I do for you, Major?
I'm looking for Odo.
Well, he's not here.
That was awesome.
He's in his quarters with the other shapeshifter. Jealous, Major?
Oh my god, Damar.
Odo?
Odo's having that post-nut clarity right now.
I know how you feel about her, Major. But there's no reason to be concerned.
Why not? She's a founder.
You didn't link with her, did you?
About that.
It's about merging thought and form, idea and sensation.
That sounds like a perfect way to manipulate someone.
That's what I'm thinking. I think she's trying to manipulate Odo a little bit here.
If she had any hidden motive, I would have sensed it. She's just trying to teach me.
If you can hide the resistance, she can hide other things.
Make her understand that the Federation doesn't pose a threat to her people.
You believe?
She's not gonna pull out of the station or Cardassia, though.
There's too much at stake. After the war is over, do whatever you feel you need to go and join the Great Link. I'm not gonna stop you.
Yeah, that's so fair.
Please promise me that you're not gonna link with her again.
I don't think you can make that promise.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to get to work.
Promise to me. Like, is she gonna be in this room or something?
Regardless of rank, is referred to as captain.
You mean if I had to take command, I would be called captain too?
Yeah, Captain Nog.
When this war is over, I'm going to want my ship back.
Fine. When this war is over, I'm going on a honeymoon.
Yeah, so that'd be so good. No, don't go! Oh, they actually left without him.
Expensive.
I can afford it. On a gull, sorry.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Are you a gull?
Let's just say it will change the course of history.
What are you doing?
Well, that's very kind of you, Quark. But I can't talk about it.
Oh, come on. He gave you a free drink.
What do you think, Odo?
I'm not sure it's a good idea.
Odo, get your head in the game.
Right. I just shared a bottle of Canar with Damar.
Canar and Damar.
I tried my best to run my establishment under this occupation.
Oh, he's so fed up with it.
No fun. I don't like Cardassians.
Me neither. Most of them. I like Garrick, NCL.
They just stand there like statues, staring at you.
We need drunk Quark more often.
I want to sell root beer again.
All right, you made your point. Relax.
He's joining.
Don't worry about it. They're stuck there.
None of what DeMar told me is true.
Oh my god, what's his plan? What's his plan?
He came up with a way to deactivate the mine.
Oh no.
God wants him to start field tests right away.
Oh no, wait, that's actually huge. He has to get stopped, right? Wrong.
Defector, that doesn't sound right. Maybe it was...
Redector.
Deflector array.
What do you think, Rom?
I'm glad it wasn't me.
About the deflector array.
The only way to keep them from replacing themselves is to isolate them in an anti-graviton beam. The deflector array can't do that.
Oh, wait.
Unless...
Oh, no.
Why didn't you think of that when you set up the minefield?
I don't know.
You're under a time crunch, so that's okay.
But
there's no way to get to the EPS feed. It's in a secured conduit, rigged with alarms.
Oh my god.
You and I will meet here. At exactly 0800, you will begin the diagnostic.
Cisco's all alone in the station now.
Has there been any news, sir?
None.
And Worf's off on this ship. Everyone's just everywhere. They're not together.
But I sense it is more difficult for you. The Defiant is your ship.
Yeah, his baby.
Admiral, it's late.
I know. I was just waiting to see if there was any news.
Ben.
Interesting that the ship has day and night cycles.
Thousands of lives depend on the decisions we make tomorrow. You can't afford to be awake all night worrying about one ship.
Admiral,
It's his friend.
With any luck, we'll be sending the Defiant on a lot of missions, and you're gonna have to get used to it.
Yeah, not being there. Not being there for the crew. Your crew.
Limited to one form, but then we evolved.
Well, what changed?
On the whole.
Just evolution in general?
To exist as something else. A tree, perhaps, or a cloud in the sky.
They can fly as clouds?
But there's still so much that isn't clear to me yet.
If you link with me again, everything will be made clear to you.
Dude, she has him.
As you wish.
You haven't told me your name.
Yes, please.
What I have for a name.
To differentiate yourself from the others?
I just call you Lady Founder at the moment.
And if you choose to take solid form again?
The ocean becomes a drop.
So I mean, it's an amalgamation of goo. She's not just her own goo. Maybe she takes other goo as well. That makes sense?
One. And many. It depends on how you look at it.
Can you make one giant founder if you mush them all together?
Link with me again. It is the only way I can give you the understanding you seek.
Don't do it, Odo.
This is about you. About what you want.
She has him trapped. If she is planning something with him, she's doing a good job.
Odo should be in his office by now.
I think he's linking instead.
Now, remember.
The alarms are gonna get set off?
I'll be ready.
I'm kinda nervous.
Computer, time.
700 hours, 58 minutes.
2 minutes, Odo. You better not be sleeping with this Lady Founder. I know it's linking, and I know linking is different than sleeping with someone, but it's the equivalent for a founder, for a changeling. Oh my god, Odo. Odo, you skank.
Kira to Odo, please respond.
Kira to Odo.
Odo. Odo. Go, Kira.
Kira to Rom, don't open that hatch.
Too late. Too late. Too late.
Intruder alert! Come with me!
Oh my god, is Rom gonna go to jail? Rom. Oh, Rom.
The Defiant has returned to Starbase 375 after its successful attack on the Dominion sensor array.
Defiant.
Dax, could you tell Ensign Kirby how I took over the comm when Lieutenant Hart was injured?
Oh, they have all these stories.
I'm not sure I believe it happened myself.
They have all these stories that Cisco wasn't there.
Because this says something about us. That we're willing to fight.
Yeah, Dax.
We'll keep on fighting until we can't fight anymore.
Yes, sir! Oh, it's cool to see this. Captain Dax.
They're a good crew.
The best.
Oh, Cisco.
What do you say we get back to work?
Oh, Cisco. I don't like seeing sad Cisco.
What the hell happened? Why didn't you disable that alarm?
It's difficult to explain.
Odo.
He was counting on you. I was counting on
Yeah.
you. Know?
Odo, why are you talking like this?
Do
I
you
hate
realize
you,
what you just...
I don't hate Odo, but still.
Are you saying you forgot?
I didn't forget. It just didn't seem to matter.
Oh my god, Odo.
Going to die. Don't you care?
It has nothing to do with me.
Odo, why are you talking like this? You're talking like a founder.
Your life here, our friendship, none of that matters.
It did, once.
Oh my god.
I wish I could make you understand.
Who are you?
And you're not a changeling.
Oh my god, they, them discourse now.
I'm a solid.
They, them meaning like us and them. Misuse the words. You understand what I'm saying?
You look troubled, Odo. Did she upset you?
No.
Oh my god, Odo, who are you? You're a robot. You can't end like that, dude. The founder, the lady founder, is manipulating Odo. I swear to god, she is manipulating Odo to death. Dude, who is he? That is not my Odo. That is not my Odo. I will not be standing for that. Are we getting a little Odo villain arc, though? That'd be kind of interesting. I think Odo would be kind of a cool villain. But still, good episode. Good episode again. And that was my reaction to Behind the Lines, episode 4 of season 6 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and another fantastic episode of season 6. What I like about season 6 so far, the first 2 episodes were direct continuations of each other. Episodes 3 and 4 are kind of, they're definitely continuations of the story, don't get me wrong. They're definitely continuations, more so with episode 3 than episode 4. But episode 3 was kind of like a standalone episode that was also a continuation episode where we kind of took a step back from the Dominion War, we took a step back from a lot of our main characters, and we focused only on Worf, basically, in the entire episode, with a little bit of Kira and then Alexander. But the Alexander stuff and Worf stuff is going to continue on in the season as well. So it was like its own individual standalone episode that also had implications to the rest of the episodes, which was also a continuation of the last 2 episodes. So I quite like that. And episode 4 was basically just a continuation of the story as well. And I feel like we're going to get that a lot this season, where they're not really standalone episodes. You could go into this episode and you could watch it and not have seen the last 3 episodes, and you would semi-understand what was happening. But you really need to watch the last 3 episodes to understand the full context of this episode. So really cool. I love the serialization of this show. But anyways, Odo is evil. Well, he's not evil, but he is definitely a robot. But I think he is getting manipulated by the lady founder. She has no name. She said she has no name. I'm calling her the lady founder. I've called her that throughout the whole run of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and I will continue to call her the lady founder. But yeah, she shows up, which was crazy. Did not expect her to show up. And then she links with Odo, and it's kind of funny that she was like linking with Odo, and she's like, do you want me to stop? I was like, bro, you had to make it sexual. Like, you had to make it sexual. You know she came to the station just to smash Odo. You know that. Linking is like doing it, you know what I mean, for changelings. But anyways, she links with Odo, and she makes him feel bliss, basically. She makes him feel like everything that he feels like he might have been missing. She makes him feel, I knew she was going to latch onto what he said. He said, because she was like, do you ever miss the link? And then he's like, I know I don't miss it, but I do think about it sometimes. He had to say that. He said that, and she latched onto it, and boom, they linked, and then they linked again. And I don't know what they're doing in that link, and I don't know what it feels like. I can't. But by the time they linked the second time, he is responsible for Rom going to jail. He is responsible for letting Kira down, and he is now using us and them discourse. He referred to himself as a changeling, and in referral to Kira being a solid, that she just wouldn't get it because she's a solid. He is starting to use us and them discourse. He is starting to talk, and he is starting to act like a founder, like the lady founder. And that is really scary, because they are so indifferent to the world around them. They could not care less about the lives of anyone other than themselves. Even the Vorta and even the Jem'Hadar are expendable to them. All they care about is themselves, and is them as changelings, you know what I mean? And changelings in general. Any solid is out of the picture, and Odo is starting to go down that rabbit hole as well. And that's really scary to me. I don't know how far he's going to go. I don't know if you'll start to see what he's doing is wrong, or what he sees what he's doing and he just stops agreeing with it or something. Or he could just keep going, and he could spiral and spiral and spiral and become a founder that I never would have expected him to become, but become a founder, like an actual legitimate founder. And that is also very, very scary. So yeah, I don't know where this is gonna go, but I feel for Rom. First of all, Rom is being interrogated, and I feel bad for him. I hope nothing scary happens to him. I feel like Quark is gonna be upset about this. I'm upset about this. Kira's super upset about this. I thought this was a great Kira episode as well, in terms of just seeing her kind of act as a soldier a little bit, do these resistance type things. And I thought her confrontation to Odo at the end of the episode, when she's yelling at him and saying how much she's been let down by him, I thought that was some great acting by Nana Visitor. I thought she did a great job there. But also the lady founder was in the room when she was talking about the resistance. So she's going to know about this now, and I wonder if that's going to come up in the show, or if she's just going to kind of neglect it, because it doesn't matter to her. This little squabble of a war for the whole quadrant, it doesn't matter. Why does it matter to them? You know what I mean? Why does it matter to a changeling for a solids war? You know what I mean? And on the other side of the coin, there was Sisko and everyone else. Sisko got promoted, and he's now helping the Admiral with, I don't know, a whole bunch of these battle plans. There was like some kind of Boolean battle plan or something like that. I don't know, we didn't get too much into that, but it was mostly about Sisko missing his crew. He was supposed to go on this cool adventure with the Defiant, you know, go through this cloud of gas and stars and stuff like that and destroy a sensor array that was giving the Dominion a huge advantage. But then he was unassigned from the task because he was promoted, which means Dax became captain, which is really cool to see. And you know, they successfully destroyed the sensor array, which is a good thing, I assume. But Sisko is really sad, and I hate seeing Sisko sad. So hopefully he demotes himself or something. I don't know, or attempts to get demoted or something, because I want to see him back on the Defiant with the crew. I don't like seeing him alone and sad. Come on, Sisko, you need to get back to the crew. And you know, finally, the plan failed. Rom is in jail, or yeah, Rom is in a holding cell, which means that Damar still has that plan to destroy the mines, and that could be happening sooner than we think. If he's already testing stuff, if Dukai has already promoted him, it must be working. The tests must be working, and since the resistance plan failed, what's stopping him from destroying the mines now? I wonder when we're going to be seeing that. Anyways, that is the end of my reaction and review to Star Trek Deep Space Nine Season 6 Episodes 3 and 4. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. And yeah, if you want to check out more of my reactions, you can check out my Patreon, where you can watch it. Instead of waiting for next week for episodes 5 and 6, you can go right now and watch episodes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All of those episodes on Patreon right now for your viewing pleasure. If not, and you want to just wait till next week, then be my guest, and you have episodes 5 and 6, Favor the Bold and Sacrifice of Angels. Sacrifice of Angels sounds like the coolest name. That is the coolest name of all time. I'm excited for that one. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed the reaction. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for some more Star Trek Deep Space Nine.